Oh man, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Gathering Hall. This is episode number 465, Boogie2988 documentary. Full disclaimer, me and Brandon both, at one point in time, were fans of Boogie, right, Brandon?
Yeah. I loved his Francis videos.
Yeah, dude, I fucking hate Windows 8. Dude, that shit's hilarious. He's a funny guy, right? He can be. So we haven't watched this. We've purposely both not watched it so we could do a reaction to it. And in the full spirit of Boogie, we did indeed order pizza. I don't have Mountain Dew, but I got pizza. So there's that. All right.
Yeah, we don't have his goddamn Mountain Dew.
Okay, so enough lollygagging, Brandon. You ready for this? Are you sure you're ready for this? Because it's going to ruin Francis and Boogie.
I haven't watched him in years.
It's probably for the best.
So, I don't think it matters for me.
You gotta fix your camera. You're floating a little bit. You're still floating a little bit. Why are you floating? There we go. Okay.
I've transcended the realms.
Can you see the video?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
When I'm on my deathbed, the biggest regret I will ever have is knowing that I had a job that every person in the world would fucking kill for. And I fucked it up. I'm gonna be mad about that till I go to the fucking grave.
Boogie2988, he's a legend of YouTube. He's been around forever.
Has he really, though? Damn, dude, the production on this, though.
There was one girl, I don't know if I should talk about this, Mike, but I'm going to. There was one girl that I dated. She liked a lot of childish things. She liked rubber ducks. That's why I have some of these rubber ducks. And one of my favorite memories with her is us sitting in this tub, her playing with rubber ducks as I washed her, and then when we got out, I took her to bed. One of the best nights of my life, Mike. Happened right here.
Oh my god, what?
We're starting off with a banger, let me tell you. I don't know, when I hear I used to date a girl that likes childish things. Like, hobbies, like, because I think it's wording, because, like, if he would just said, I had a girl who really liked, like, rubber ducks, that's one thing. But saying, I had a girl who likes childish things, I don't know, that hits completely differently.
That made my skin crawl, bro.
Yeah.
Ugh, I literally almost,
not-
like, shot pizza chunks everywhere.
That's a wording you don't want to say, ever.
No. Why are we in the tub? First off, can I ask that question? That's a lot of money.
Yeah, so when it comes to financial approach, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Money comes in, money goes out. For the longest time, my ex-wife handled that shit, but then I got divorced. I don't know where my money is. I don't know what it's doing. The only thing I've ever done with it is I threw it into crypto and then lost a shitload of it. Well, here's everything.
Still has Dude, he still has $150,000 in savings at this point, right?
Oh, if this is all he lost, yeah.
That's more than I make in a year. That's more than I make in 2 years.
More making like 10 years.
I'm just saying. Like, I can't really have sympathy for somebody if he's sitting here complaining about only having $150,000 after losing all of his money in crypto. You know how much money I have in my savings? You want to know how much money I have in my savings? Hold on, let's find out. It's going to be exciting. We're going to find out together. Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful. Whopping $200.
That's about right.
This motherfucker.
Oh, I don't have. Yeah, I know. I don't have a lot in my savings either.
There's 2,750.
Okay, so let's see. Good afternoon, Steven.
He has $1,000 in his 1-year CD.
Mm-hmm.
His preferred club is about $3,000, $2,900. His Arvest credit card has $600, and his conventional mortgage has a total of 165 remaining.
Yo, hold on a minute. He started off with $750,000 in his savings.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not pay your house off? $750,000, $163,000. That is a drop in the bucket. That is. Then you own your house. Why the fuck would you not pay that shit off? If I had the money, we would own this house. And guess what? I don't have $150,000 left. I've got like $23,000 left. But I still don't own the motherfucker.
And I know for a fact that something he's struggling with is his house payments.
That's ridiculous.
$58.
Dude, we're only 2 minutes in and I'm already kind of annoyed.
In my bank account right now.
If you don't know how to handle your money and you have that much money, you should 100% get a financial advisor.
Mm-hmm.
Because
sound advice.
That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow, when they take mortgage out, I'll have about $700 to live off of until the 20th, when I get paid again from YouTube. So I'm just going to live off of $700, and I'll probably sell some cards along the way, and use that money to make ends meet as well.
I just had an epiphany.
Hmm.
Do you know why we're sitting here in the bathtub?
Why?
Because having him complain, having him complain about his lack of financial stability while he's sitting in his, what I assume is his office, surrounded by arcade machines and enough collectibles to fill a small museum, might seem kind of dishonest. So having him in the tub where there's nothing else but him
and rubber ducks.
Which
I bet you some of the, if they're selling the packaging, some of those rubber ducks actually might go for some money.
I'm just saying, like,
Well,
now I know why we're in the tub.
Them that I owe $600 on, and on top of that, I still owe $163,000 on my house. I think my net worth is zero. Once you pull the equity out of the house, get rid of the house debt, sell off all my collectibles, and pay off all my debts, I think that puts me at $0. Shit. I'm worthless.
That is a large man.
Back to reality.
And this is after all the surgeries.
No, it's gonna. The sad thing is too is obesity, and like to his extent, is rooted in mental illness. And and I'm not saying he's not had the opportunities and he hasn't been surrounded by, but if you don't have the people around you that you need to have around you to help get through something like this, it is really, really difficult to fight those addictions and those urges and to put the work in. You really need a good support system. And I don't think he has that necessarily. Or at
Not
least
anymore.
if he does, then maybe he doesn't really want to be healthy as he says that he wants to, or has said in the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know I know his ex-wife was supportive when they were together.
Yes. She was
But
actually a huge part of his YouTube channel, too.
mm-hmm.
Like, I do think that her leaving was probably the worst thing that could have happened for him. But, like, I've heard bits and pieces about their relationship. And from what I've seen and heard, not from him necessarily, but from people surrounding him and his ex-wife, is that he was also abusive. Like horribly emotionally abusive. Maybe we'll
Well,
I was
hopefully
gonna
get
say
to that.
maybe they'll touch on that in this documentary. I don't know. We have not watched this. This is our genuine reaction to his documentary. We might have to split this into 2 parts.
Yeah, because
For my
I got
best
work here soon, and we're gonna be pausing this a lot.
One the ladies love. I call it my meat apron. I have 2 meat curtains. There's a second one. I have 2 glorious meat curtains. I don't like showing it to people, and people don't like seeing it.
Oh yeah, no shit, Boogie. I could have lived the rest of my fucking life and and been perfectly fine, never having seen your fucking meat apron. Why? Why was that necessary? I didn't know. No, I
Well,
don't want it.
all I can think about,
Look at his face. This man is proud.
all I can think about is like that scene in Dragon Age where you romance Iron Bull. He's like, "You want to ride the bull?" I just see Boogie like, "You want to see the meat apron?"
Oh God, I can't. I'm trying so hard not to think about what him and sex would be like, but it's kind of going that direction, and I can't help but just be like, how does he even?
Lays on his back.
So that's why I'm going to die alone.
That's why what?
So
He
that's
does
why
lot.
and
People don't.
like seeing
People don't
it.
want.
I almost went back too far.
Yeah, you almost saw the meat apron.
People don't like what?
People don't like seeing the meat apron or the little extra flab he has, which is why he's going to die alone. Is what he's saying.
So that's why I'm going to die alone.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with your other issues there, friendo.
Well, my real name is Steve Williams. I'm known online as Boogie2988 because there's a lot of famous Steve Williamses, and I'm not one of them, right? I started a YouTube channel back in 2006.
Good Lord, dude. Just look at him. Look at his mass. That has to be like a constant state of pain. God, you gotta feel bad for people, man. Like his back hurts. His legs probably hurt. His knees, ankles. Like
His body probably hurts.
yeah.
Right at the very beginning, and I got famous for comedy sketches as well as like life vlogs and just sharing my personal life with other people.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie tonight.
That is the Boogie that I remember.
88 coming at you.
My ankle on my left leg and head.
But that's just the kind of woman I married. So give her some love in the comments section.
Give as much money as I used to make, and it's not exactly enough to make ends meet. This is where I spend.
That's a drastic drop right there.
Yeah. But so okay, here's an interesting question. As somebody who used to watch him all the time, why did you quit? And I know why I did, so when it's my turn, I have an answer ready.
I quit because, for one, Like, his main thing that I enjoyed was Francis,
Yes.
and he got rid of Francis. But even then, I don't know. I felt like when I stopped, there was like a shift. This was right after his gastric bypass, right after his divorce. There was a shift in the way he presented himself. And I did not like this shift.
Same.
This is why I stopped.
Like literally almost down to the timing. Like for me, his videos used to just be like stories about his life and how he's doing different things, and then all of a sudden it just became all about like every video was just so negative.
Mhm.
Like it was all negative. And I understand, like, it's right after his divorce, so he's not in a great place. So you put out what you feel to some extent. So I get that. But as a viewer, dude, like you can only take so much, and then you got to move on to something else. Because I watch videos to get away from life and the negativity of life. Why would I want to?
I watch videos for entertainment
Right,
and to
like it is,
laugh
that's
or
and that's
some
the thing.
enjoyment.
Like his slice of life videos went from being entertaining stories to just being boring pity parties, for lack of a better descriptor.
Do you know what a good example of that is?
What?
The Windows 8 video with Francis, where he's talking about how he was on his Mark card and it malfunctioned, and he ran into a Mountain Dew display, and he's like, I received some amount of money from watching all that pain and suffering of watching all that Mountain Dew go to waste.
Yeah, that shit's hilarious. It's
That's funny.
It's self-aware. It's self-deprecating, and it's well
Yeah.
written, and it's funny. Okay. We're never getting through this.
Trying to figure out how
No.
to save my career. What's up? Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988 coming to I was getting to the power of the internet. And today, let's talk a little bit about why you got to do better than I did. Right?
See?
I've told the
Okay. Last 30-day financials income, $5,700.
It's more than I make.
That's more than I make. And I make it. I'm actually living in a house that I would consider nicer than his house. Like, significantly nicer. And
Well, he also lives in a higher financial state.
yeah, but at the same time, dude, like, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Adjust your way of living, dude.
audience, I've told you guys, I've told everybody, this is the center of my world.
And whose
Right
fault
here
is that?
In this recliner, with my dogs, watching television, playing video games on that television. But the other day, the audio on this TV started to go out, and whenever it would make like S sounds, it would crackle. And so I know I'm budgeting, but I immediately went to Amazon and bought a sound bar for $100. And then the next day, the TV stopped crackling. And now I have a $100 sound bar that I don't need.
So return it.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking return it. You can literally just return it. What's the issue here?
It's not opened or anything.
It's
so yeah.
literally unopened. You haven't opened it. Just return it. That's an easy fix.
But I know I'm supposed to be budgeting right now, but because that's my TV, because that's my only source of entertainment, because it's the only thing I do, it's one of the only things that bring me peace. Like, I'm like, I have to be able to hear my fucking TV. But that's every addict, right? Like Mitch Hedberg said, I'll just do enough heroin. And then he like OD'd on heroin, right?
Yeah, this also sounds like you're making excuses too.
Excuses. Because, one, you could just return it.
Yeah, like,
And two,
I don't understand how he's like, oh, I'm stuck with this now, and I have to, I'm down $100. Return it. You might be down $100 for this pay period, but you'll have it next pay period. Idiot.
two, another kind of important thing is that self-identifying as an addict and not doing anything to stop that addiction is, you don't really grasp the situation at that point. You're just saying that to say that kind of thing.
He's saying that because that's what he expects, or he thinks that everybody expects him to say. So that's why he's saying it.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, like, if you're like, oh man, it's my only thing, an addict has to have this much, I'm like, okay, sure. But if you are actually like know that you're have a problem, especially in terms of like sitting and watching TV all day, and your TV starts going out, and you immediately go spend $100 to fix that, and you know it's a problem. I mean, I know he plays Magic. I know he plays. I know he does other things. There's other things he can do that's not TV related.
Right.
I mean, right there, Magic. So,
So I guess every addict tries to manage the addiction, but I don't know, man. We were talking about compulsive spending a minute ago.
Yeah.
Dude, I spent a lot of money on stuff. But you know where a lot of the money went? And like it felt really compulsive at the time.
Whoa, what? $200,000?
this is why I think he needs a financial advisor.
$200,000 on hookers, dude? What's wrong with you, man?
That's almost $100,000 a year.
He could have paid his house off with just the money he spent on hookers. One of his escorts agreed to an anonymous interview.
I am a former sex worker escort, and Boogie2988 was one of my clients. From LA, and I get a message on this website, you can probably guess which one, from this guy who looked a lot like Boogie.
I took women on vacations, and I took them out to fancy dinners, and I took them to like Disneyland and shit.
He bought me dinner, he got me a purse that we were talking about over messages.
That doesn't add up.
He got me a couple gift cards.
What?
You said 40,000 per year. He only did it for 3 years. That's only 120,000.
Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, because it would have had to have been 5 years at least.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you spawning errors.
I don't know if that's like an error or if he's saying like, or if that was supposed to be like per person.
I don't know.
And he spent well over 5,000 on just that night.
You know the rules.
Jesus
The rules
Christ.
are we're gonna go out and eat. We're gonna have dinner. Maybe we're gonna fuck. And you're gonna enjoy a nice lifestyle that you don't normally get to enjoy.
So he was really funny, and definitely tell he was nervous. He did eat a lot of food. I'm pretty sure he got 2 entrees, which was very unique.
It's not a revelation. I like beautiful women. I like to hang out with beautiful women, fuck beautiful women. We all do. I never got to do that. The women I dated were pretty, sure, but they were like Arkansas 8s, not LA 10s.
I don't think you can.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? You're gonna be... Imagine looking like Boogie and being that fucking shallow.
Oh my god.
Yo. God. We're only 7 minutes. 8 minutes
By the
in,
way,
dude.
All I can think about is that stupid preacher who's like, I only like new money.
Oh my god. What was that? Was it Mike Murdoch? Was that his name?
I don't know. But like, it's just the vibe I got from that. I only like hot chicks.
And not even just like hot chicks. He's like, yeah, I only fuck like 10 out of 10
Tens.
LA 10s. I'm sorry. What a
Yeah,
dirtbag.
Not Arkansas 8s.
Fuck some LA 10s, and I think that's cool.
We got back to the hotel, and I do regret to say that I slept with Boogie2988. Overall, the experience, and I don't mean to fat shame or anything, but there was rules upon rules upon rules, and it took me a lot of time to find a stick.
That's fucking
I am now
hilarious.
married with 2 kids, and sleeping with Boogie is one of the reasons I quit sex work.
Ouch, dude. Well, I mean, ugh. I told you I didn't want to think about Boogie and sex. No.
I knew it was gonna. I knew this. I knew he did this. So I didn't know he spent 200. Well, again, I don't like 200,000.
Potentially 120,000.
Yeah, I don't know where the other 80 is going. And again, I find it hilarious that he's suffering on money, and he's had enough money in what the last 3 years to pay off his house like 4 times over.
You know what? It kind of makes me. I think why this is pissing me off so much, and yes, I'm legitimately kind of getting angry at this because for several years I was actually a Patreon of this fucking guy, and now that I know that the money I was sending him was going to hookers and just garbage, I'm not happy about it. I'm a little bit pissed off actually.
Me? Sure, I don't really care. I'm a 48-year-old man. I never got to fuck a model. This let me fuck a couple of models. Is that wrong?
They're technically not models. So yes.
Here we have some of the women in this area that are local and ready to go out. They'll go to dinner with you. They'll go to a show with you. Maybe they'll come back to your place. But they are expecting something in exchange. But then it's window shopping, right? Like any other meat market like Tinder, you kind
Did he just refer to these women as meat?
Meat markets? Yes. He referred to these women as if they were
A 12 ounce ribeye, Brandon.
He refers to these women as if they're like confectionery. Like they're not actual people, they're just a fucking product.
Something for him to consume. Apparently. Yo, this is so disgusting. How the fuck is he gonna call it a meat market?
Yeah.
Listen, okay, maybe he meant meat as in meet somebody, like a meat market. Maybe that's the angle.
What did the caption say?
I don't know. I'm not going back.
scroll down the list of photos until you find someone that looks interesting to you. I think this girl's really cute. Oh yeah, yeah. She's definitely a little thicker than I necessarily would always go for, but there's nothing wrong with that. So I deserve to go to Disneyland with a beautiful girl, right? I deserve.
No.
No, you do not deserve. You deserve nothing. Nobody deserves anything, dude.
Okay.
What a fucked up mindset to walk around with.
Let's just go back to a few seconds ago. He's like, this girl's a little thicker than what I like. We literally just heard an eyewitness account that was like, I see roll after roll.
It took me a while. She literally said, it took me a while to find his dick. Think about that for a second.
And you're like, this girl is pretty big. Even though she really wasn't.
She was curvy. Fucking he's like, wow, man.
I forgot what he said after that. Oh yeah, the Disneyland thing. Dude, you're suffering with financially. So no, you don't deserve to go to Disneyland because you don't have the finances to go to Disneyland.
I think he's full of shit. I think the numbers that are being provided here are not right. It's like they just something, like you said, it didn't add up for one. And then I don't know, man. I would expect that the guy who made the documentary, did his due diligence and did his research. But something seems off to me.
To go to New York.
I don't know. Because like I said, if he's spending $40,000 per year on your hookers and he only did it from 2018 to 2021, that's only 3 years, which is only $120,000, which is still 90% of his fucking mortgage.
Right.
And then literally the next year he could almost pay it off. 90% of his fucking mortgage.
Right.
And then literally. Okay, why am I hearing myself now?
Oh, sorry about that. Anyways, back to this. We gotta get the ball rolling.
Can explore Times Square with a beautiful girl, right? Like I deserve that, and I want that, and I've never.
No, this
had
is
it.
Okay, you
self-entitlement.
want that. That does not mean
Yes,
you
you don't-
get that.
Like, I would like $1,000,000,000. Doesn't mean I deserve it.
Man,
That's
if I
such
had
a
that money
self-entitled way of thinking.
that would be half of my mortgage right now. That $1,000 is my entire health insurance payment. I don't know what the prostitutes did with it, and I hope they spend it in good health. But I sure could use that shit right now. You know?
I literally have no
You
sympathy.
want to go for a walk?
No.
So you can. He knows. You can't tell me he doesn't know. Leo, baby, I know. We'll go in a second. I gotta prep your brother. He's great. He's actually, I actually really love him a lot. Leo.
I know how much these things mean to you. What's it like to have to sell them to be able to live?
So selling off these things kind of sucks because I've been playing Magic for 30 years, and some of the cards in this box I opened back in 1994. I opened them in like 96, and I've held on to them ever since. And that's like they're a piece of my childhood. They're a piece of my history. I thought I was going to get buried with this stuff. This is my stuff. This is me. This is part of me. And I made some money off of YouTube last month, but I did not make enough. Without a sponsor or something like that, I'm not making enough. So we're gonna go.
Didn't we get a different number for his monthly expenses not that long ago? I thought it was like $700 to $800.
Honestly, I don't know. Things aren't matching a lot.
To the game shop.
And again, if you're having, like, I know that when he was arguing with Mutahar, he really wanted to keep this house. But if you're having a financial trouble, you could still have a decent house with your monthly earnings being 29, and still, if you went to the right state, you probably could live pretty comfortably. As long as you're not spending $100,000 on prostitutes.
But Brandon, he can't fuck those Arkansas 8s.
He needs the LA 10s.
He can only sleep with LA 10s. What a fucking dirtbag.
But this is gonna
Like, I'm never gonna let that go.
That is.
I like that. I lost all respect for this guy.
keep me from going
That is
out
probably one of the worst things he could have ever have said.
Right?
on the streets, right? Like this is gonna keep me in a house. So I think it's bittersweet. I think he would find it bittersweet. He would have wished I'm selling magic cards on Whatnot. I'm selling collectibles on eBay. I'm selling arcade machines locally. I'll sell it all.
And I'm going to sell enough to help with mortgage, but I'm also going to sell enough to be able to play Magic tonight. Because I don't want people wondering why I'm not there. I don't want people like knowing I'm broke. Like that's embarrassing. I can't afford $30 to play Magic. So I'm spending $30 to play Magic tonight.
Okay, so this month I need from you about $1,000 to make mortgage. So I need you to pick out like $1,000 for the stuff. Like there's a couple of cradles in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a City of Traders in there.
Well, I could do 200 a piece on those.
What? Dude, I thought we were looking more like 400, 450 on each of these. 175 is what it's down to.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, those
Good Lord, that took a beating.
That did. That's a shock. See, I actually know what he's
Yeah, I was
talking
gonna
about
say,
here.
Brandon, you have insight into this. Talk.
So, Gaia's Cradle is part of a list Magic made called the Reserved List, where they'll never print it again. And Gaia's Cradle is probably one of the most powerful lands in Magic, arguably, because it is so good in a lot of decks. So at one point, it was $400, $500, $600. So that the fact that it's down to like 175 is kind of shocking.
Fuck, these are reserved list cards, Glenn.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere but up.
Okay. Well, you say that, but the dual lands went down.
I mean, yeah, all right. As long as I'm getting mortgage money, as long as I get some cards later tonight, okay. You gave me these back.
Mm-hmm.
You want to sell on them until I come back in here because I'm not going to sell them to anybody else but you.
Okay.
Make it 3 chicken quesadillas.
Like right now on Card
What's paying
Kingdom,
for this?
Guy's Cradle is going for $701.
That don't hurt. Yeah, we all look the same in a game shop. It's because we're fucking outcasts. We're in a kind of small town. We're fucking autistic as shit.
Did he just say
Magic players are autistic? I hate to tell you, I'm a Magic player and I'm not autistic.
even if you were, like, why use that as like a fucking negative? Why use it in a
Negative?
negative connotation? God, what
I
a
don't know,
douche.
man.
We're awkward around women. We're awkward around people. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. And then I come around women. We're awkward around people. We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
There's 2 women right there. And these people look perfectly comfortable around them.
These are magic women. They're not actually people.
Oh, they don't actually exist?
They're
Then I come back
Arkansas
here.
twos, man.
Oh, they were added in post-production, Brandon. They were not actually there.
Oh my god.
And I'm looking at all the shit I need to sell. And I'm surrounded by all the shit that I bought for YouTube videos and stuff. And it's hard to not think about what a fuck up I am. But that's why I go to the arcade. That's why I go to play Magic. That's why I have my friends over. Because for just a few hours, I'm not that fuck up from YouTube. I'm just Steve Williams. I'm just me. Oh, this is my Saturday night crew. We get together every Saturday. We eat pizza. We play Magic. We play board games.
Pizza! I told you that was a good idea.
Mhm.
Magic the Gathering. This is my crack. This is my cocaine. I met him at the magic shop. I met him in the magic shop. Now him I met at the magic shop. This guy I met at the magic shop. This guy I met at the magic shop. This guy I met because he was roommates with a friend I met at the magic shop. Okay, so I have a $1 million question for you guys. Every Saturday we get together. Every Saturday.
I'm gonna start charging guys $50.
Hold on. I was just thinking, this is really mean, but like he was moving that chair back and getting ready to sit down on it, and I just couldn't help but just imagine the chair screaming, "No!" That chair was so small. Hold on. Look,
I have a $1 million question for you
look at
guys.
the chair.
Every Saturday we get together.
Oh shit.
Every Saturday I order what? Pizza, chicken fingers, tacos. Those are the things I normally get us, right?
You know,
I
okay,
normally
so-
spend,
Something that could help with his like still having a Saturday night fun is have a rotation where your friends help buy the food and shit. Why is it always you spending the money?
Man, I think that's what he's getting ready to say.
$100, $150 every Saturday to like feed us. And like I showed them my bank books today, and I'm not like I've never wanted to burden you guys with this, but like I'm at a point where saving $300 a month would be useful.
I mean, we've
$600
been
a month.
telling you for years that we don't care about the food that much.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I like having snacks and soda when I'm
Yeah,
over
no
here,
shit.
so
Also,
but we
can I just
we
say,
definitely-
as a Magic person, eating pizza and playing Magic might sound like the most amazing, like the
Wouldn't
most
you
stereotypical.
get grease all
like,
over your cards though?
Yes, that's what I'm gonna say. Is I know they have sleeves, but still, getting grease all over your sleeves and shit is like, ugh. I want to punch him.
said it throughout the years. Like you don't
I-
have to feed us, but
know you
you
have, I
do
know.
it anyway. So
When are we going to start bringing girlfriends around? Also, when are we going to start bringing girlfriends around that aren't hookers? because that's all I brought around for 5 years. I mean, like, we haven't had like legitimate girlfriends.
Pause it
in a
real quick.
long
I
time.
just gotta. You could see how uncomfortable they are.
Right? That one guy's sitting there thinking like, Megan was a hooker?
Tracy too? Wow.
No.
They were LA 10s. But what another thing is like he's like, when are we gonna start bringing girlfriends around? Depending on the group and the people, that would probably be just as bad.
Maybe.
Because jealousy is a horrible thing. And
Everybody's
if
jealous of
you-
Boogie's LE10s, Brandon.
and if you're bringing your girlfriend and you're acting all affectionate and starting to ignore your friends, they're not gonna like that.
You haven't dated in a while. You haven't dated in a while.
Why is he so focused on this?
Because I think he's a sex addict. I think that's actually a problem that he's got.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, if he's spending $200,000 on prostitutes. It's almost like I said. If that's true, that's almost $100,000 a year.
I feel like telling this guy that he might be able to get a date with a woman if he would shower. He looks like he smells like dog shit.
Hold on, I just want to do a quick calculation.
A quick calculation there, Brandon.
Yeah, if he was spending $200,000 for 3 years, that's $66,666.66666667. So about
Show it on the camera.
660. So
That's an evil number, Brandon.
it's a lot of evil numbers. But what I'm saying is, so he's spending about, we'll just round that all up to $67,000 a year on prostitutes for those 3 years. His mortgage was what, like $168,000?
Mm-hmm.
So just about, yeah, if he would have just spent that on his mortgage for the 3 years, he would still have like several $1,000s left for saving and would have paid off his house.
Oh, we knew that already.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, like, 66,000. Matthew, I can't even imagine spending that much a year.
How long did it take you to do those calculations, by the way?
I just looked it up on a calculator.
I think he's a good guy, yeah. I think that Boogie's definitely a good guy. He loves his friends and his family, and he cares about people a lot, and he cares about what people think about him a lot. He's a fun person to be around and to laugh and make jokes with. And sometimes we open up and we have like really personal conversations, and I enjoy getting to know him in that way as well.
This guy is looking on from a perspective of a friend.
Yes.
Which is very important, because I don't think, as a friend, I don't think you're going to notice, like, you're going to have a positive impression on Boogie. Because you only see him, let's just say, once a week. It's a lot harder to see people's faults as a friend than it is as a romantic interest.
There. Now, when I look at you, I'm looking at you on, yeah, whatever. I fixed it.
Willing to do things for us. He's offered to, take care of us, or offered us a room if he needs it. He's still going to make some of the same jokes. We all have a sort of dry sense of humor.
Sincere kindness. It doesn't always show up, but he does have a lot of compassion for people.
I think he's just a guy with good and bad. But I don't think he's as bad as a lot of corners of the internet think he is.
I think as long as he stops tweeting the N-word, he'll be fine.
Philip is serious. He's not laughing, dude.
Yeah.
The N-word is just a word. If you guys left and these cameras weren't rolling and I was sitting here alone in the dark and and I said the N-word, there's no magic power to it.
So say it.
Oh no, I'm not going to say it on camera where it could hurt somebody. I like offensive humor. I like dark jokes. I say fucked up shit. I think the darker something is.
You know, to some extent, I agree that words only have as much power as they're given, but there's also history tied to certain words, specifically that one in particular.
I think words like that should probably from everybody's mouth be stripped from it.
Right.
Because there's like all that does is elongate the ideology of racism.
Right. And just giving it another reason for there to be a divide between races when there shouldn't be.
Like, I don't think the N-word should be said. I don't think, people calling us crackers should be said. I don't think anything like that should be stated. I mean, there's a thing of remembering the past and trying to live in the past. And I mean, nobody here has lived during that time. But they try to say this is still happening, just not as flagrant as it was in the past. So continuing to say words like that and keep it part of the common vernacular that we have just necessitates it to keep going.
Cancer, rape, murder, child abuse, the darker it is, the more important it is to make jokes about it.
Okay. No. You gonna walk up to a cancer patient and start making jokes about their cancer? You gonna walk up to somebody who's been horribly raped and start making jokes?
Oh
to them
man,
about
I
it?
bet that felt good. Like, what the fuck, dude? No. I mean, there's context and there's nuance and there's a time and a place for everything. But yeah, man, I don't know. You got to read the room too.
I
So,
like
I don't know.
dark humor.
I do too. I have a very dark sense of humor. I always have a very sarcastic, dark sense of humor.
But one thing I've never made fun of? Rape.
A cancer
Because
patient.
it is. Yeah, I've never walked up to them and be like, "How's that tumor feeling today?" Because it's just that's just fucked up.
There's like a hint of narcissism to him. Not a hint. There's absolutely narcissism. He's a narcissist.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
I only
I'm
want to
sorry you
date
had to go
LA
through that.
10s.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. I mean, I didn't go through it. I'm still alive. She's dead. And yep. So fuck her. And now
What?
she's dead. That's a lot of.
I gotta hear that again.
I'm sorry you had to go through that, bro. Yeah, that's okay. All right. I mean, I didn't go through it. I'm still alive. She's dead. And yep. So fuck her. And now she's dead. That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color, or is it not? I don't know.
So I didn't go through it. She did, and now she's dead. Fuck her, and now she's dead. And that's a lot of money for a person of color to make.
Wow.
Someone says you can't put your finger into a clitoris. Somebody here doesn't have a scalpel handy. You splay that fucker just right, you can wrap it all around your fingers. You gotta shave real thin. Woo! That's disturbing.
That's all I can do.
No, I plan to shoot you, bud.
You pointing a gun at me?
Yes.
He got in trouble for this.
Where it really went south is when one guy
spent like a month of his time gathering every link, every video clip, everything I've ever said or done since 1998, and he compiled it into this one huge mega thread. It's like 10, 15 pages long. And every time my name would get mentioned on Reddit moving forward, they would all link to that mega thread. Well, these people on Reddit began to bombard my sponsors.
Okay, so let me go through these. Abused his wife, supported child abusers, had attraction to minors. I absolutely fucking believe that one. After some of the
racial
things,
minorities, lied about mental health diagnosis, claimed good things came from the Holocaust, threatened to kill his own dog, used his friend's death to promote new channel, made fun of a child for having divorced parents, threatened suicide to guilt fans into support, faked harassment emails to gain sympathy, flirted with his friend's widow after his death, misused Patreon funds on personal toys. Ugh. Hey Matthew, there's where your
oh god,
Patreon
it's still
money
going.
went. Lied about weight loss.
Every time I got a new sponsor, they would bombard me. And eventually they dropped me.
$26,000 a year is a normal 9 to 5, dude.
Yeah, he's still making money.
Like that's about what I make.
Are you ready? Are you ready to step back?
Welcome to the real world.
1988? You ready to go back to my childhood? Because that's what's behind the star. You know what? Do you want to know what this represents to me? This is everything that was good about my childhood. And when I walk back in here, it's like going back in time, except things aren't completely shitty. So this is the classic. I mean, I even have a Pac-Man tattoo. This is the game I most identify with because it's about a little round guy running through a maze, trying to figure shit out, eating everything in sight, and getting chased by ghosts of his past. So I'm basically Pac-Man. I know, it's simple fun. And, I mean, look at the guy. He looks like me. I might have sprained it or broken it or something. I was walking to the bathroom in there, and there was a loud snap sound, and things kind of shifted in one direction, and now my foot is swelling into my shoe, and it hurts really badly. It's the fun part about being old and fat. You never know. You don't know if you'll wake up tomorrow. You don't know if today is that stroke or heart attack you've been waiting on, or if it's going to be a healthy day and you feel real good for a change. You never know.
Then do something about it, dude.
So I don't know. It could fucking be today. Do I think I'll make 50? Yeah, probably. That's only 2 years away. Do I think I'll make 60, which is 12 years away? Probably not.
Here's everything that's wrong with Boogie. Low testosterone, testicular hypogonadism, sleep apnea, swelling due to blockages of lymphatic flow, seborrheic eczema, chronic back pain, protein in urine. That's from kidney damage, folks.
That is everything keeping me alive. We have losartan, tramadol, bupropion, sertraline. Did I deal with back pain? I deal with nightmares. I'm always tired. I don't know the last time I did sleep. Otherwise, if I don't wear this machine at night, when I'm supposed to be sleeping, I'm actually drowning in my own fat.
High blood pressure, history of gastric bypass, intestinal malabsorption, vitamin D
That's a lot.
Because like most gamers, I hate the sun. Morbid obesity, major depressive disorder, major anxiety disorder, history of diabetes mellitus, blood pooling in veins,
varicose veins of the legs with complications, degeneration of lumbar or lumbosacral intervertebral disc. That means my back don't work so good. History of basal cell carcinoma, that's cancer, and of course I can't breathe so good, so asthma and allergies as well.
So it's a waiting game now, and it's just about making the best of it. You enjoy
I think
what you
there's
got
a.
when you got it.
You should do something about it, but I think he's at a point where he can't do anything about it.
I don't know. I don't know, because how many of those things do you think are actually wrong with him?
Those are quote unquote confirmed. So let's just go on the basis that they're all true.
Okay. You gonna finish your thought there, Brandon?
You asked me how many of those do I think is wrong. I'm just gonna say, let's just say that he's being completely transparent here, and those are all true.
Okay. So if he doesn't think he's gonna make it until the age of 60, doesn't he have a current girlfriend?
I don't know.
I think he does. I don't know if they're married or not, but if they are, like, how selfish to be like, hey, I'm gonna be dead within the next 10 years, so I'm not going to pay anything off. I'm gonna leave you with all of my debt. I don't know, man. This is weird.
Sometimes that's.
He was in a relationship. Hold on. I'm seeing if he's in a relationship right now.
I wanted to make like a documentary that was generally.
So, do you wanna hear the answer to your question?
No, because it'll get answered in this documentary, I'm sure.
Because it's kind of disturbing.
Oh, Christ. Okay.
You realize, wait a second, everything he says is depressing. Everything he says is like the saddest shit I've ever heard.
That will be half of my mortgage right now. And it's just about making the best of it.
This is the first documentary I'm doing. I can't put out a documentary that's this guy the whole time, because I don't want my brand new channel to be known as making documentaries about the most depressing people that exist. It's just like, what the fuck happened to this guy? What the fuck happened to Boogie?
What happened to him is he had tons and tons and tons and tons of money, and the landscape
he threw it all away.
And the landscape changed, and instead of having the foresight to save the tons and tons of money he had, he spent it as it came in. So he never had like he may had a nest egg at one point, but he was so irresponsible with his money that when the landscape of the entertainment industry changed and his form of content was no longer viable, he didn't change with it. So he lost all of his money because he's an idiot, basically, is what it boils down to. It's his...
And not to mention all the things that we saw that he lied about, which made viewers not want to watch him anymore.
Right.
Because he was taking advantage of his fans.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. You literally just asked that, Brandon.
Well, he's losing what made people originally like him. It could be as simple as just that positive attitude.
Why not use your only life to make the lives around you better? Fuck you. It's none of your fucking business. It's my body. It's my choice. Eat shit.
And over time.
Yep. That's literally what we were talking about at the beginning of this. That shift in his dynamic with his audience really rubbed me the wrong way, and I quit watching him.
In the content, we see this shift where
he starts to become more interested in money.
I just like making content. I just like talking to a camera. I just like doing cool stuff. I just want ad revenue. I just want YouTube to pay me a fair amount. That's all I've ever wanted, right?
And his concerns about money.
If I could teach you anything, it's to hold on to the money you get.
Oh, are you trying to manipulate people into giving you money?
The answer is yes. Give me some money.
And more interested in complaining.
I couldn't be more grateful. I couldn't be more grateful that people want to come.
Thank you.
I'm a walking embarrassment, dude.
We do. Look at me. I'm fucking disgusting. Better, I'm a piece of shit.
I will never function the way you function. It's not possible.
That's why if you're griping to your
Yeah.
viewers, if
Yep.
you're complaining to your subscribers, I mean, that just leaves a sour taste in people's mouths.
Yeah, right. Like, do we get on here and do our live streams and talk about how hard our personal lives are? No, we don't. That's not the purpose of this channel. That's not the content that we want to put out. Everybody, and this is one thing that I learned years and years ago, and it's a quote. I don't remember who said it, but it's stuck with me for most of my adult life, and that's that everybody you meet is fighting a battle they share with no one. And it's very true. And the fact that Boogie's like, I'm just gonna vomit all of my problems constantly to my audience. Dude, everybody's got problems. Nobody wants to hear about your problems. Like, just make funny content again.
Do you know in this day and age who I think is probably the most like amazing villain in any like movie or cartoon I've ever seen?
Who?
It's Syndrome from Incredibles. Because of his quote that he does to Incredible, where he's like, and when everyone's super, nobody will be. Basically saying when everyone's special, no one is special.
Mm-hmm.
The more like this whole like thing where everyone's talking about their problems and their struggles and stuff and how it makes them unique, the less unique they actually are.
Right. Like I said,
Which is-
everybody's got issues. Everybody's got
You remember
problems.
Icon for
Boogie's not
Hire,
special.
right?
I do.
Their whole like song thing where they're talking about the system and how like people being alone is only fun in a group and stuff
Mm-hmm.
is, again, it's so fucking true. And I think Boogie's kind of seeing that. I don't know how he's thinking right now. Again, I haven't actually saw like modern day Boogie, but like it's something I always think about is like everyone has their struggles, everyone has things to complain about. And when you're in an echo chamber, it makes you feel vindicated. But as soon as you leave that echo chamber, you realize just how shallow it all is.
I think my window's closing, and if it's not closing already, it's already closed.
Right, so if there was money to be made in making people feel depressed, I think Boogie would be in the right business.
Yep.
Like that's just my life philosophy at this point. Just face down in the mud. That's pretty much how we live our lives.
I think he's gotten way too cynical as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's right around the corner. Like I have to sell this place. I have to tap into the equities to survive. Like that's the last of my money. And
I have a funny to tell you after this stream if you remind me.
Okay, so I have a problem.
But
so he's saying the medical bill is $650, right? So he's telling us how much his medical bill is, right?
you're not showing the bill.
Yeah, why is it blurred out on the money?
Good question. His
That
address
wouldn't-
his address I understand. But
Yeah, his address, everything else, but that dollar sign right there should not be blurred out. Because you blurring that out and telling us that is a complete disconnect.
Mhm.
I think what actually happened and I might be wrong on this, is he just like did a sweep with the blur?
No,
But seeing
no,
that,
there's 2 blotches.
so seeing that,
You don't trust it?
I don't trust it. Because why tell us and not show us?
So much of that money is going to doctor's appointments and tests, and all of that is just to fucking stay alive.
I do kind of agree with this. I think the medical situation in America is terrible.
Yeah, everybody knows that. Don't get me started on health insurance, Brandon.
I think figures to have various mental illnesses all over social media. And some just say, it is what it is, and this is what I'm going to do. Boogie tends to be really obsessed with this idea that it's favorable to have people feel sorry for you, and that kind of victim mentality where you can get further in life.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with this guy. Boogie literally just wants to be a victim. He doesn't want to be better. He wants to be a victim.
Boogie identifies as a victim, which
Have
you should never
compassion
do.
regardless of the reason they're doing it.
I look awful. If I look like I've been through hell over the last couple of days, it's because I have been. Most notably, I ruined my body. Like Jerry, I ruined my own career.
I actually remember that video.
Imposter syndrome. Maybe it's because It's been a method of, I think covert narcissism is the right phrase. Like, oh, look at how pathetic I am. You should feel sorry for me. You would never be mean to me because I'm so pathetic, right? Oh, I'm so fat. I'm so weird. I'm so goofy. I'm such an old man. I'm such a...
I grew up in an abusive family and an abusive home. The amount of pain that's in my head and my heart is...
So vulnerable narcissism has a number of characteristics. A person can be considered a vulnerable narcissist without having them all. So with vulnerable narcissism or covert narcissism, we see pessimism.
God, I nailed it, Brandon. I'm not even a psychologist.
I mean, from what we've seen, I think anyone would go that far.
Yeah. He's not really
I didn't
covert
know.
about it at all.
Well, covert means like the opposite of like what a narcissist is.
I know.
which is
What
like,
they're
I'm so
saying
great,
is
I'm so
he's...
grand.
Yeah, what they're saying is that he thinks highly of himself, but knows enough to act in a way that makes him
That
seem...
worms his way
Yeah, he wants...
into people's hearts
he wants...
with misfortune.
He wants to guilt you into letting him control things, is what it is.
I feel defeated and confused and lost all the time, every day.
Hypersensitivity to criticism.
I can't handle this kind of hate. I can't handle these types of attacks. I can't do it.
Reactive anger, so they're not really thinking things through.
Is this what I have to do?
So he goes by
Who was texting me? Okay.
Boogie2988 was booked into the jail this morning.
Need for admiration,
Can I get a round of applause?
the self-centeredness,
I'm the perfect victim. I have been victimized my entire life.
the sense of entitlement,
You guys want to help me pay for my Tesla? Please go ahead and dig deep. I sure would like a free fucking Tesla.
believing oneself to be special.
How many kids went on to get 4.5 million YouTube subscribers?
One.
Steven Williams!
You're just watching the same
Yep.
things over and over.
He checks all the boxes.
over again.
What's up? Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988 coming to y'all with the power of the internet. This is my rambling series, my vlog series. We're just talking about life, the universe, and things that are particularly interesting to me.
Boogie2988. His fall from grace is so catastrophic.
Not happy about it.
People are sick of the shtick.
And what would you recommend to him now to get his viewers back?
What would you
I
recommend?
don't know if he can.
What would make you go watch him again? As a previous viewer of Boogie.
I think going back to not being so aggressive towards his audience about about negativity and wanting money. I mean, literally, as shown here, he's like, "Guys, I want a free Tesla. Come on, cough up those hundreds," and stuff like that.
I don't know if maybe he had intended that to be like a bit, like, you know, ha ha, give me that free Tesla. But dude, it comes off as so disingenuous and so arrogant.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's anything he can do.
No, not for me either, personally. Like,
Because, like, even if he went back
he's just
to
so
doing
unlikable.
Well, like, even if he went back to doing what I liked him doing,
You know too much.
the well has been completely poisoned at this point. I'm not gonna go back and drink from that well.
Right.
I know that's usually like used in like terms of like making it look bad before you present something, but I'm saying in this term that the well has been completely poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
To him now, to get his viewers back.
I don't think he's getting his viewers back. I don't think that's a possibility. I think the only thing to do now is go a different angle.
See, yeah, I don't think there's anything he can do to get me back. I just,
I
can't think of another YouTube creator that has let me down quite like Boogie did. You know what I mean? And that's a really interesting position to be in, because you have to be a special kind of fucking douchebag to get that angle on somebody.
Yeah. Like, I guess most of the YouTubers I watch never get embroiled in controversy, to at least my knowledge, so I never really think about it.
The only one that I watch that ever gets any kind of like controversial things happen to him, and that's Rich. But that's kind of par for the course for RTU, you know?
Yeah, and the type of thing he does, like, the Act Man had his controversy too.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he's kind of come out and been like, yeah, I wasn't in a right state here, you know. There was during the whole quantum TV shenanigans. So, like, but like the only YouTuber I have watched that was embroiled in a controversy kind of that deep would be Pro Jared.
Oh man, that sucked so bad. You're like, I'm glad that it came out that he's not a pedo, but at the same time, like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
I know, right? Like, that whole thing was, again, I don't know why he decided that was a good idea to do. And I'm glad that he had proof to show that it wasn't.
Imagine if he hadn't, though. He'd be done.
Yeah, he'd be on the same thing as Boogie right now. It's one of those things. And like, I try to stay what's the word I'm thinking of? Objective about it. So like, until I hear both sides, or at least if I never hear both sides, then I'll go with the side that I heard. But I try to hear both sides of the story before I make an opinion, and that's what I did with Pro Jared, and I'm kind of glad I did that, because
I was holding on to hope. I was like, oh man, I really hope.
I wasn't calling him a pedophile or anything like that until I heard his side of the story.
Right.
But like, the Boogie's sitting here like, yeah, I spent $200,000 on hookers. But I only do LA 10s, not Arkansas 8s.
I cannot believe he had the fucking nutsack to say that shit.
But I don't even know if that's
He
possible.
couldn't find it
I mean,
anyways.
I'm not going to say it's impossible, but how do you change yourself? Like, viewers are smart. Like, they want to see you. They want to see what you're interested in. I don't know. You got to get a job. Maybe in this case, GameStop.
GameStop. You know, I'm sorry, but I don't think that YouTube is not a real job.
Yeah, I hate when people say it's not a real job. Just because you enjoy doing it doesn't make it a fake job or a hobby. If it's your primary income, it's what's paying all your shit.
It's your job.
It's a job.
Right. Like, how many issues have I dealt with the infrequent streams we have? Imagine if this was my daily job and I was, dude, there's so many technical things you have to fucking deal with when you're trying to do this that nobody ever talks about.
Yeah. Yeah, we do live. We don't do edits or anything like that.
No, I did for a little bit until I got, hired on at the post office. Now I have no free
Yeah.
time.
Like, if this became our actual job, then editing would probably be something we would do because we would have the time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But my God, it's like working a full time, working 40 hours a week. Last thing you want to do is edit 4 hours of video.
4 hours of video so it can get 12 views.
Yeah. So like,
that's the shit
I
kicker.
don't
You put
know.
all that time and effort into it, and then nobody watches. So
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if we get big enough, we'll start doing like some highlight compilations or something.
Yeah, that's,
but
that's
until
really
then, it's just,
that's really the only time we're gonna be able to. Because doing them now, like, it's not worth the extra time. I don't have a lot of time to
No.
begin with, so.
Exactly. I literally, I wake up, I spend a few hours getting ready for work. I go to work. I come home. I spend a few hours relaxing, and then I eat, and then I go to sleep.
To meet you. My name is Dawn.
Don, I'm Boogie or Steve.
Okay, what do you prefer to be called?
Honestly, probably Steve. Let's go with Steve.
Okay, Steve. No problem. Whatever you prefer. And so you are here today because you are seeking employment.
Yeah.
You're seeking out new work opportunities.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your background and where you think you want to go with the experience that you already have.
I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. I am disabled, recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that. Now, the downside of that is I am extremely depressed. So there's some mental health issues that we.
This lady's like, you're not answering my question. I asked about your work history.
Bring to the table. And then physically,
She was about to cut him off.
Obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife and I'm also a pedophile. Should mention I'm also a felon.
Okay. What's the nature of your felony?
Aggravated assault.
How old is it?
About 2 years.
Okay. So I think there are some avenues you could explore. I definitely don't think it's impossible, but you have some challenges.
Yeah.
Lots of things in life are about your mindset.
Your mindset sucks, dude. Like, his mindset is so fucking bad.
Yeah, I think him losing his wife was the worst thing that happened to him because, my God.
And you're using weight and disability. I can't. If that is the attitude that you're
Boom.
gonna have when you approach it-
Yo, I love this lady. She's telling him right to his face what I want to tell him.
Go, lady. Go, Dawn.
Props
Got
to
this.
you.
Oh, hi, Kate.
And you won't.
I did work in the porn industry for the better part of 7 years, so I mean.
Be real with me. Do you really think it would be a good idea to go to a real interview and reference porn?
It depended on the job, I would think.
Okay, Matthew, I got a question for
I
you.
hope they paid this lady good.
I got a question for you.
What's up, man?
What job do you think you could reference porn?
Maybe the service industry. I don't fucking know.
I got 5 years of working as a porn star.
Jesus
What does that get me?
Christ. Oh my God.
Maybe if you're like the film crew, but if you're like an actual porn star, you're not gonna get an acting job with that.
My God.
Maybe a modeling job.
That lady, she is checked out. You could tell. She's like, dude, there's no
What
help in
would
this
you
fucking idiot.
think his chances are here of getting employment in the next 3 months?
I'm not sure when.
Oh, she's sure. Look at her face, Brandon. She's thinking 0.
No, she's thinking really hard on how to
0% chance he has a job in the next 3 fucking months.
Hello,
Max!
Max.
Dude, what's up, man? Congratulations on the 1,000 subs. I know I think
Hey,
I said
no,
that to you in a
Max.
comment, but no, hearing it straight out of my mouth. Good job, man.
He only spent 600,000 out of his 750,000.
Yeah, dude, he still had $150,000 in savings. So, well,
But still,
maybe potentially. I don't know. We're on a journey right now. He's trying to get a real job because apparently YouTube isn't real enough. But anyways,
things,
continuing
like,
because we've
things
only got
aren't
about an hour.
adding up on his money, at least from what I can tell. And some things are
When
suspect.
it comes to the felony, we would have to seek corporate approval for that sort of charge in order to proceed forward with a candidate. And they would ultimately be the ones to make the decision as to whether or not we would feel comfortable presenting someone like that to our clients. Any violent felonies, violent crimes, or sexual crimes have to be.
Hey, Mike. Listen, dude. I know we're making this documentary and everything, and I know you think I need to get a real job, but I just want to let you know I'm not going to. I'm not going to walk into some job when I have 4 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm one of the original YouTubers.
He has 4 million subscribers on YouTube. How many of those are dead? How many average views? Let's just do a quick Google search.
His latest video has 13,000 views. Okay, let's look. 13,000, 43,000, 16,000,
Hold on.
55,000.
Let me check his. Let me check his social blade.
I'm seeing the average of like 50 and below 1,000 views. Which I had to tell you is nowhere near the.
It looks like he's averaging.
Like
1.692 million video views for the last 30 days. That is 25% of his subs.
I'm still subscribed to him. Let me unsub real quick.
Woo.
I really should probably check my subscriptions and see who I'm actually subscribed to.
So yeah, I'm guessing that a large majority of his subscribers are dead subs.
But yeah, if he's getting only 1 million.
Is go back to making content, go back to telling stories and entertaining people, and making money doing it. You want to check back with me in a couple of months? Let's see how things are going. All right? I'll talk to you then.
Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Good job.
Yeah, so I mean, things aren't great. People are still mad at me on YouTube. My view numbers are pretty much close to 0. I'm having trouble breaking 10K on an upload right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, that's not wrong.
oh, not everything is bad. I've got at least one good thing going on. Can I show you? Sure. So this is.
So, I'm going to ask you a question. How old do you think she is?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Please tell me she's at least 18.
She's at least 18.
Oh. Is she 19?
She's a little older than 19.
I don't know, 22?
20 years old.
She's 20 years old.
He's 49.
you realize what the fuck, dude? You realize when he was making his Francis videos, just think about this for a second. When he was making his Francis videos back when they were getting huge fucking numbers, she was like 10, 11 years old.
I told you.
Ugh, dude, what the fuck? I mean, if she is 20 years old and she is over age.
Oh wait, hold on.
She's a grown ass woman. She can do what she wants. But
you're right, Max.
I have a really strong suspicion that in 15 years she's gonna fucking regret this. DSP is nowhere near as bad as Boogie, though the worst he did was touch himself on stream and beg for donations. Yo, man, we gotta get you on for one of these discussion halls.
Yeah, we'll have to find like a good subject that none of us know anything about and get you on to.
I believe there's
have some fun with us.
I believe June the King just did another documentary on Wings of Redemption. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, dude, I literally, when you said guess how old she was, I seriously thought that she was gonna be like 17, 16. Ugh, it's still fucking nasty and it still makes my skin crawl. But
6 days ago, he made one on Wings of Redemption of 2023.
Yeah, we should watch that.
This is Desi. You can call her Desiree.
Yep, Desiree.
We've been dating now for months.
A couple months.
Yeah.
You think those shorts could have been any shorter, dude?
Is she in LA 10?
Wait a minute. What is her name is Des?
Desiree.
Wasn't his ex-wife's name Des?
Let's see if I can find out. Yeah. Spelled exactly the same, too. Shortly after his mother's death in 2009, he met Desiree, Des, and she moved to Arkansas to live with him. She later became known as his content as Des2988, taking on his numerical suffix as occasionally portraying as an unseen character of Francis's sister. In October 2013, William and Desiree got married. On December 19, 2017, William announced that Desiree filed for divorce and planned for a while, but waited until he sufficiently recovered from his
No.
gastric
Check this out.
bypass.
I have to show this. This is so fucking weird. This is the current girlfriend, right? This is his ex-wife. They even look similar.
Wait, do it again. Because I can't see.
You can't see the.
It's just the black screen on the YouTube video. There you go. I can see.
Well, the
YouTube
live
video.
stream can see it.
Send it through Discord.
Okay, I can do that.
But yeah, I mean, literally, they're spelled exactly the same.
Yeah, that would be cool. Those are already traumatized by the internet. Yo, me too, man. Yeah, check this out.
Yeah.
So that's his current girlfriend.
Yeah.
This is his ex-wife.
But yeah,
fucking weird, right?
Like, they have the same nickname, and they literally. Oh, sorry. There's one difference to their.
One has freckles.
Name. No, one difference to their name. Desiree, his wife, his ex-wife, spelled her name with an S. Desiree Davis, who's dating, spells her name with a Z.
Yeah. This whole thing's weird. Okay, let's be clear. I don't have an issue with there being a difference in age. But when you get to like this level, it's kind of fucking weird. And like I said, she is a grown-ass woman. She's free to make her own decisions and date whoever she wants to date. But I really feel like she's going to regret this in the future.
I also don't have a super big issue with age. Like I don't like. I mean, if you're old enough, but I still think 20 is in like a odd state because 18 you become like an adult, but you're not fully an adult until at least 21 when you like the last restrictions on things are lifted.
I don't know what it was. It was, I guess it's his energy, his curly hair, his glasses.
His energy?
I
He's
love
negative as
nerds.
fuck.
I guess, I don't know, he's just adorable to me. I like him. He was going through a lot, and I randomly hit him up on Instagram, and I told him that I support him and that I'm always here for him and stuff. And so it started from there.
On paper, it just doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't.
Oh, dude. And the fact that that's the way they met? No.
No, did you see his comment?
No, but think about it this way. He's looking at this picture thinking, oh my god, dude, I hope she's like 14. You know that's what's going through his head.
Did you see?
Ew.
So let me tell you what he said
We'll go
to
back.
her.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
No, this is weird, man.
From there.
On paper, it just doesn't.
Like,
really
that's just
matter, right?
harassment.
It doesn't make sense on paper, but then practice and in reality.
Brandon, that would be like me when I turned 49 dating somebody who's being born today. Do you see the issue there? What the hell?
I do. Again, I do think there's a certain like
there has to be a
range.
limit. There has to be a
range.
There has to be. I don't know, man. And it's like the way she looks. On top of it, too, man. She. I thought she was gonna be 16. I did. Ugh.
There was just something there.
So it was pretty crazy, but I just felt it. I felt an energy connection to him before I even met him, and I don't know. That's just how it is.
And then the longer we spent talking, I don't know. Eventually, you just realize we're the same person, doing the same thing, living the same lives, just at different stages. And
I can see myself getting married to Boogie.
I could definitely see us getting married. In fact, we may or may not have talked about it a little bit, and we may or may not sit around fantasizing about it and thinking.
Okay.
It's been 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months.
And I have experience with this type of relationship almost. In a very different connotation.
I was gonna say, Brandon, who are you close to marrying? Tell me all about it.
Not like that. But do you know who else we have seen who talked to somebody for like a very short time?
Yes. Yeah. Let's not get into that. That's a little on the personal side.
I know, I'm just saying. And that was horrible.
It was horrible.
About what it's going to look like, and I called you wifey the other day, and you loved it. You were so there for it. If I proposed right now on camera, what would you do?
I'd say yes.
Run away screaming, girl. I think she's like, man, he's gonna leave me with tons of money. No, he's gonna leave you with tons of debt. Run away, lady, run. You have your whole life ahead of you.
She has to get a job if she doesn't already have one, because he's not going to get a job.
That's a good sign.
Boogie has has improved my life tremendously. He just makes me happy, the happiest I've ever been. And I'm not alone.
Oh man, I don't know. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Growing up without a father figure has its challenges.
Ugh.
Like, you just don't have that.
She has daddy issues! No! Oh, Christ! I didn't think it could get any worse!
He's old enough to be your dad.
No!
Growing up without
That's
a
the
father figure.
dynamic they have? Oh, God!
I hope it's not. I hope she's saying this in a different
He walks in the bedroom and he's like, all right, get over here, daddy's gonna punish you. God.
All right, don't make daddy ground you today.
Jesus. No, man.
I hope it's not that. Like, I don't like, like whatever you like, whatever, but I always get so uncomfortable when I hear like the whole
Nobody
call
over
me
the age of
daddy or
like
mommy.
nobody over the age of like 7 should ever say the words daddy or mommy.
Exactly. Tons of dead and ugly ape NFTs.
Right, dude? What the fuck?
Oh, yeah,
Ugh.
my God. As soon as I heard I didn't have a father figure,
And I'm not alone, and so that
Okay.
just completes me.
so that right there where he's like petting her hair in that light brings that to a completely different context.
That's what I said, man. It was making me like I got the heebie-jeebies. Ugh.
Like without the whole daddy issue thing, that just looks like, a guy like do whatever. But with the daddy issue,
Growing up without a father figure has its challenges. Like, you just don't have that support system.
I wasn't
that you
prepared
would
for this,
and
Brandon.
that advice that you need.
I wasn't either.
It's difficult.
I feel like
I
Twilight
don't ever wanna
Sparkle
be
right
alone.
now.
That's another thing. Maybe that's why I have stuffed animals. I don't ever want to be alone, and so it's
Okay.
just nice to have.
So I'm noticing a pattern here.
Let's hear it.
Remember at the very beginning of this, he said one of his first girlfriends liked childish things.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I brought up the fact that when he saw that picture of her and it was all like, oh, I want to meet you. He was like, oh, yo. Oh, yeah. Because he's a fucking perv, man.
But let's just say, like, she also has a bunch of stuffed animals and likes to play with them.
He likes.
So,
you know the direction this is going.
I know, but adding on that she allegedly has daddy issues.
No, she absolutely. She's just flat out said, growing up without a father figure made me really want to suck Boogie's dick. Like, what
I'm just
the
saying.
fuck, man?
Anyways, let's continue.
It's a dichotomy thing where it's both. It's because she has the daddy issues and because she's so young. Like, Max, I think you're about the same age I am. And, we're to that age where we kind of realize that even though we were adults in our 20s, we were thinking, oh, well, man, we know the world. We know how things work. And then you come to realize as you get older that, no, you fucking don't. You have no idea what's coming. So, like, a 20-year-old is like, oh, yeah, marriage, whatever. It's not a big deal. It's a huge deal. You're merging two lives. You're creating an entity that wasn't there before. Like, all of your everything gets mixed. It's a mess to separate. And a 20-year-old's not thinking about something like that. Like, she's going to regret this so much.
I will say, there is a slim chance that she doesn't.
Maybe she does love him, too. Now. She loves him today. But think about it, Brandon. When I was...
I mean...
This is
understand what you're saying.
Yeah, she's
she's
going to grow up and change as a person. Like, your 20s,
because
you are not the same person you are at 30 that you were when you were 20. It's just how it is, man. I mean, life happens, and the world happens and you change as a person because of it. I don't know. I just think this is a terrible idea for her. We got to keep going, though.
I help with the dogs. I get him his water. Like whatever he wants and requests. I just mainly is to take care of him. He takes care of me. So.
How does he take care of you?
Yeah, sometimes I pick weeds out here.
So she's his fucking housemaid.
It makes it look better.
This is what it's looking like.
Trying to trim down these vines, but I'm not doing a good job. I don't do this very much.
You know, I used to have a theory, Mike, that if you are a 40-year-old man and you have a Snapchat, that means you're a creepy dude.
I have that theory too.
I agree with that statement. We are on the same page here, Boog.
Turns out my theory was right. I have a Snapchat and I am a creepy dude.
I found that person and they happened to be 20. And I get that it's creepy to date somebody half your age or younger.
No, Boogie, she's not half your age. When you, she is younger than the amount of space between her age and your age. She's 20. There's 29 years between you guys.
You were 29 when she was born.
That's insanity, dude.
But people can call me creepy if they want. If she's happy and I'm happy, then I will be the biggest creep you need me to be.
But you as a 49-year-old man know that what I was just talking about is true, which makes you disgusting.
I agree.
As long as
he's even admitting it.
God.
Which is just even worse.
I knew this was going to make me hate him. But I didn't know it was going to make me angry. You know? I don't know.
You're happy. You can be as mad as you want.
That was appropriately timed.
Sexually, we both seem to be having an excellent time.
No! Okay, so we're gonna minimize this and play this off screen because I don't know what's about to happen.
I mean, it has to be YouTube safe.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it has to
It's
be.
not.
This guy.
It is not. Nope. Not enough, anyways. She's very naked, Brandon. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
We're not showing this on the channel. Okay. We're good.
A little off today. I had a friend tell me I look like a samurai on vacation. I was going to ask if you could see it, but...
in the front here, and I think, what are you, a YouTuber or something?
Yeah, I've been on YouTube for about 17 years.
You've been on YouTube for 17 years.
So,
okay, and this is
his YouTube channel.
Your girlfriend, who is much younger than you, is suspiciously.
She's an adult.
She's that. You know, it's never good when you say, "Well, she's an adult." Is this a sex trafficking situation?
I mean, let's be real.
You keep looking at him and never answer.
He's right.
Like, if you literally have to say, well, my girlfriend's an adult, then you know you're fucking doing something wrong.
Like, you have to
You know what I
justify it.
never have to do? I've never had to say to somebody, yeah, Darcy's an adult. Because she is an adult. She looks like an adult. She doesn't look like she's 14 years old, you fucking weirdo.
I hate it when people single us out. I hate it when people like...
We're gonna do that though, it's to be expected. You're right, we're different, but...
Fuck them, right?
Yep, fuck.
Fuck them.
He's not manipulating me. I love him for
So,
him. He doesn't.
another thing that I think is kind of fucked up is he doesn't expect to live till 60.
Correct.
So they're not going to have a long marriage, even if they do get married.
Correct. He's just
I
stealing
said it.
these years from her.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up when you think of it in that type of context as well.
And like I said, at the end of the day, she is an adult. She can make her own decisions. But I wonder, given his track record, how much of their relationship is built on manipulation. Like,
Yeah.
she is saying he's not manipulating me, but does the manipulated really know when they're being manipulated?
Yeah, I was going to say, you're never going to know if you're going to be manipulated or not. Until you either have an outside source to give you another perspective, or you leave them.
And you look back and you can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But in the moment, you're not going to know if you're being manipulated or not.
So it's... I would hope that it's not that way, and that she is staying there of her own free will, and they are happy together, and whatever. But
yeah.
Yes, outside appearances it's fucking weird, and at the end of the day, it is kind of weird, and I don't know.
If till Boogie's death, if they're happily married and they have a nice life, and she looks back on these years for the rest of her life happy, and reminisces and has fond memories of this, good for her. But I don't know. Just
he does, though. That's the thing that bothers me.
Yeah.
He knows. So.
And I hope he has told her he doesn't expect to live much longer.
Well, no, I'm saying like he knows, like I was saying about the transition in your 20s to your 30s to your 40s to whatever, how you change through your stages of life and you mature and you obtain knowledge and your perspective on life changes and the things that are important change and he, like I said, he has this life experience. He knows these things. She doesn't. So for him to willingly bring her into his life, knowing that he's going to have a short future, and on top of it, knowing
his financial troubles and all this.
It's just, I can't see how it's not him manipulating her, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I completely agree for one, because, like I said, he doesn't expect to live much longer. So, therefore, even if he's not manipulating her purposefully, in my opinion, right there's manipulation.
Control me. We're a team. He supports me in everything I do and everything I want. He's my support system.
Yeah, but that's what narcissists do. They know how to manipulate without you knowing it.
Let me get a McCrispy Deluxe combo. Make it large.
That's pretty cheap, actually.
What do I think about his dire
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's pretty
situation?
good.
I think it's scary.
Yeah, what's so scary about it?
That he might lose it all in a day. He might just be homeless one day, but...
So if if I go broke, okay, if we end up back on disability, and it's me, you, and Chad living in some small apartment, and we're eating McDonald's every day, and that's treating ourselves. You gonna be able to handle that?
Yeah,
You
I guess it's
that?
me, you, Chad, eating McDonald's every day in our small, cute apartment.
Because I mean,
Small, cute apartment? You mean your small cardboard box in the alley out back where you're fucking sucking dick to get that McDonald's every day, lady? What's wrong with you? Ugh. God.
I'm hopeful that people will go back to watching us on YouTube. I'm hopeful that people will like, I can go back to live streaming full time again and do like 6-hour live streams like every other streamer and like grind it out. But I mean, there is a very real possibility that one day I won't be able to do that anymore, and we're going to have to live off of whatever we can. Are you prepared?
Sponsored by Mountain Dew and Coca-Cola, possibly?
For that?
As long as I have you,
She's
that's
definitely
all I
not.
need.
She's definitely not.
Have you ever thought about the fact that she's just waiting you out and trying to take your 401k when you die?
I mean...
I'm broke.
You're broke.
I'm broke, yeah.
4 million subscribers.
Even if he does go broke and has to sell the house, I'm still gonna be by his side. He's the only one that I love and I care about, and there's only one of them. And so I'm not just gonna up and leave him for money, because money's an issue. Because I love him, and just imagining a life without him is difficult.
God
So,
damn, dude. This is also keep in mind that they are, so this is 3 months, right? They are in what is known as the honeymoon phase.
Honeymoon phase.
The puppy love. When the shit hits the fan, she'll be singing a different tune. I fucking promise you. Because things change.
Mm-hmm.
This is new and exciting.
I was gonna say that stress from living in that little hotel apartment with 3 people, hardly making ends meet.
Where your
100%.
man-child of a fucking boyfriend
refuses to get a job,
refuses to work.
Will 100% completely shatter this image she has.
I mean,
I feel bad for her because she has no idea what she's doing.
2 or 3 years on her, that's just going to ruin her life. I really want you to understand how actually sick I am. Like, I don't know if you actually get it. But this is my health summary. This is everything that's currently wrong with me.
Okay, so here is an issue I have.
Okay.
He's giving her this entire list, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he gave us that list, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what half that shit was.
So one of the things that I've had personal experience with was the basal cell carcinoma, which is a form of skin cancer, but it's also a very easily treated. It's not a cancer that you would go for chemo or it's not a life-threatening kind of cancer. So I don't know, for him to put that on the list kind of made me question the list itself. And it's the severity of some of the things listed there because I don't know. And I think that he's kind of counting on that too.
I don't know what all those things are. So if they would have put another 10 minutes saying what those things are and the severity of those things,
that would have been much better.
Yeah.
I mean, you're also able to do your own research if you wanted to.
Yes, but I'm here for a documentary where he was talking about his struggles.
This is true.
So therefore, he should tell me his struggles and what that means.
Risk for stroke or heart attack is astronomical. I am essentially a walking time bomb. And I'm so fucking sorry for that. I really, really wish I had taken better care of my body.
Yeah, I know. I'll never be ready for it, but I know. I don't want you to be alone.
I want,
Okay.
in 20 years, 10 years from now, to have an interview with this lady.
I've talked to my therapist since
That'd be fun.
We've been together about overcoming it. My therapist keeps telling me the same thing. When you learn to love yourself, all these things will fall into place, and we just got to teach you those skills. And then I turn to my doctor, and I'm like, what do we do? He's like, you've had bypass surgery. You lost 200 pounds. What more can I do for you? I'm like, fix it, dude. Help fix it. And then they're telling me that I'm the one that has to fix it. I don't know what the hell I'm...
That is very true. Everybody wants a pill to fix their problems.
Everyone wants some magical procedure, magical drug, magical something.
There is no pill that is on the market currently. I'm not going to say that will never be invented, but no pill that's on the current market that is going to make you lose weight, that is going to fix your morbid obesity. You have to put the effort forward to not eat like shit, to exercise to burn the fat. There are things that will make that easier. There are supplements and different treatment programs that will make that process easier. but you still have to put the work in. And it's the same with mental health. It is the exact same with depression. Like, this is something that I've discussed with some people at length, basically. And most, like, an antidepressant isn't supposed to be a cure for your depression. It's meant to help you cope with the symptoms of depression so that you can then focus on fixing the root cause of the problem. So everybody wants the easy way out, and there really is no easy way out, and that's why it's so difficult to get out of a depressive state or to lose weight. I'm overweight. I've tried to lose weight. It's not easy to do. But
I'm getting there.
It's just,
I might be for my like height and stuff. I don't know. I'm not that heavy though.
But in the end, you are responsible for fixing the root of your problems. Exactly. You can take an antidepressant. You can take a weight loss supplement to help you deal with getting through it. You to get through it, you can take those things, but you still have to put forth the effort, and some people can't do that. And Boogie is sitting here just literally admitting that he can't do it, and he's just throwing excuses out. Like, I don't know. It's really sad to see.
Help me lose weight, and they're like, dude, we physically can't. We made you lose 200 pounds with a gastric bypass.
Help him lose weight. Stop eating McDonald's. For one, start eating home cooked food.
Spend like an hour a day exercising. I mean, you don't have a job except YouTube. And let's say you work 6 hours at YouTube. That still leaves
he's got
you
time
with a lot of time to spend for 1 hour a day.
He doesn't have kids.
Taking a jog, like I guess taking a swift walk for now.
Or going for a swim. For somebody that's obese and has trouble like with mobility, getting in a pool and swimming is something that is viable and it's still exercise.
Yeah, and it's good exercise too.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm doing, and I'm making less and less every month, and I'm scared shitless.
That's still more than I make a month.
And now, making his way to the ring, Boogie2988.
Oh my god, he got fucking destroyed. Did you watch this?
No.
Wings absolutely just destroyed him.
I assume he ain't
right.
a fighter.
That's what I'm saying. If Markiplier can get up in the morning and exercise, so can Boogie. Right.
Yeah.
Hey, so Mike, I just got off the phone with Keemstar, and he has a boxing event coming up, and he's giving me a slot on the card. This is 800 pounds in one ring. This fight pays $10,000.
That he will then take out and blow on hookers. You want to bet that that's what he does with it? I have a fucking feeling, dude.
No chance against me. Shut the fuck up. People are going to see me win this thing. This is where I turn it all around. Right here.
33 seconds on round number 2. Referee Seamus Dunn stops the contest, and therefore your winner, Wings.
Watch the way he hits my head. My brain got shocked with each one of those.
Yeah, no kidding. He literally didn't get a single punch in.
He almost did there.
So the problem is Boogie practiced, Wings practiced, but they didn't. I don't think they really practiced getting hit. Because if you looked at Boogie, he kept turning his head away and like closing his eyes, and yeah, he just got fucking annihilated.
So since you guys were here last, I did have a bit of a windfall, which bought me some time here in this house. The problem with that is I spent more than $10,000 getting that fight together. So by the time all that was done,
What the fuck kind of boxing shorts cost you $350? You couldn't have found cheaper?
He probably has to get custom boxing shorts.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, I'll take that back. Brandon makes a good, valid point. Okay.
All I did was put that $10,000 back into savings. Being in the new relationship is great, but I mean, she can't help pay a $2,200 mortgage.
Why can't she?
Okay, let's go through my monthly bills for a second. My health insurance is $800. I have $500 worth of medical bills. I have $500 worth of utilities. I pay for doctor's visits, physical therapies.
The way he's breaking this down is odd. I would have lumped doctor's visits and physical therapy with medical bills.
Labs constantly. I still have to pay for the car that I drive. I still have to pay for car insurance. I still have to pay for health insurance. Diablo 4 came out. I had
That's
to
his
buy it.
car insurance?
Why did you have to buy? What? Diablo 4 came out. I had to buy it. Why? Why did you have to buy Diablo 4?
Why the fuck is his car insurance so low?
16 came out. I had to buy it. Tears of the Kingdom came out. I had to buy it. That's $400 for the video games.
You didn't have to buy those.
$400 worth of video games?
Yeah, right.
Is that what he
see
said?
That's 100.
I had to buy it.
That's
Tears of the
140.
Kingdom came out. I had to buy it. That's $400 for the video games right there. But if you
No, it's not.
Where is
that's
his
like,
math coming from?
That's like $230 at most. And one of them was $90. Why the fuck did you spend $90 on a
Oh
video
yeah,
game
for
when
sure,
you have
dude. Nobody's
money
gonna.
issues?
Nobody's going near him. Nobody's going near him after this.
take out all of it, you take it out. All I eat is sandwiches every day. All I do is sit here. I don't pay for any Netflix subscriptions. All I pay for is internet, utilities, medical bills, mortgage. If I pay for just that, I need $7,000 a month.
Why? How the fuck do you need $7,000 a month, my guy? That makes no sense. That makes no fucking sense at all.
Okay, so is that what's the dates?
Okay, so let's just do the math real quick, because
Okay,
this is annoying to me. Hold on,
Let me pull up a
I
calculator.
already got one.
Okay.
Plus the $500 medical, $500 for groceries, $750 for doctors, $950,
$500 on groceries. Yeah.
So none of that.
So, wait, yeah. Hold on, Max. You brought up a point that we've already discussed, which is I would say he should take sponsorships or open Patreon, but I get the feeling most sponsors would be reluctant to work with him. He's done so much bad shit in his life that no sponsor comes near him. And for Patreon, Matthew used to be a Patreon member because he does have a Patreon. The issue is he literally spent it all on, I think he said, personal toys.
So, excluding his video games, it comes to $6,920.
Minus the $750 for dates.
Oh yeah, sorry. $6,100, which is still ridiculous. $800 in groceries for two people. For two people.
Oh no! Also, it is $800 on groceries.
You could cut that fucking back a little bit.
You probably get that down to $400.
Came out, I had to buy it.
Oh wait, there's one more. $300 for
I had
gas?
to
Is
buy
that what
it.
I saw?
That's $400 for the video games, right there.
Why are you buying $150 in clothes every month?
Hold.
$300 in gas.
What the fuck are you? Where are you driving?
He drives a Tesla, doesn't he? Did he say he got a Tesla?
No, he said he wanted a Tesla. I don't think he owns. So no, yeah, it was 800 there.
I
guess
thought he
just
said
it
he
was
got a
500.
Tesla. Let me look it up.
No, he said he wanted to buy a Tesla. He said, "Give me the money to buy a Tesla. I would like a free Tesla."
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live. Let's get into the power of the
Can you
internet.
see this?
And I noticed yesterday that I'm in a trending search term right now. Trending search for Boogie2988 Tesla. And I guess that's because somebody uploaded an old clip to PKA.
Okay.
So what I thought I would...
So never mind. This isn't what I thought it was. So he doesn't have a Tesla, I guess?
No, I think that's safe to say. But still, his job is at his house. How the fuck is he spending $300 a month? I spend maybe $80 a month on gas.
You take it out.
I drive to my work every day.
I spend a lot on gas, but that's because I'm a mailman and I'm responsible for filling up my gas tank.
And your
I don't pay for any Netflix
job helps
subscriptions.
pay for that.
All I pay for is internet, utilities, medical bills, mortgage. If I pay for just that, I need $7,000.
No, because take
Nope.
three. I guess we.
Nope.
No, it's about
Nope.
6,000.
I literally just did the math, and even with your ridiculous astronomical grocery amount, it's still only $6,000. So
Yes.
you're adding
And
an
you could
extra
probably cut
$1,000.
that. Yeah, and you could probably cut that in half. I don't know what the fuck you're spending.
And his
groceries
numbers
on.
have been a constant like sticking point for me because they don't make sense.
No, they don't.
I'm not making $7,000 a month, and I have no clue how to do it.
Cut your expenses back. Live smaller.
So there's something
Right?
I've always wanted to try.
He doesn't.
There's a lot of research that came out of Europe, and now we're doing it here in the United States, where psychedelics can help reset certain brains. People who experience childhood abuse, people who've gone through trauma, people who deal with post-traumatic stress disorder, and I'm all of those. To be honest, I'm scared shitless. It's one of the only things I haven't tried yet. So let's give it a shot.
And that's saying he paid
My
for
given
this.
name is Ryan Arthur DiLelio, and I've adopted the name Flaming Star.
On this episode, don't do what this fucking idiot's doing. Never, ever, ever, ever use an open container to dump an accelerant on an open flame. What the fuck is wrong with you?
There's one thing that's undeniable, is that there's always this question about why. Why am
Professional
I here?
shaman?
Existence. What's really happening? Who am I? That's what happens when you seek out hallucinogenics. It's going to allow everything else physically here to relax. The emotional stuff is going to come out. Trauma's going to come out. But afterwards,
I don't know if I
atoms are
trust.
going to go back into their original positions.
This guy sounds like the literal definition of a snake oil salesman.
I don't know if I trust a guy who calls himself a professional shaman.
I wouldn't trust a guy after witnessing his fire lighting method. You're gonna blow half the fucking town up, dude.
Why? It'll be mind, body, and spirit all one together. We're all
Let's stop
connected.
pausing it. I don't got a lot of time left.
I know, I'm trying.
Of understanding inside your intellect mind.
Inside your
that
intellect
connectivity, you
mind.
realize your hands are basically like USB ports.
Only you can
Here's the
prevent
thing,
forest fires, and this guy is starting
It's
one.
crazy to think that something that just grows out of the ground has so much power, and I'm actually holding it in my hand right now. But here we go. They don't taste bad. Honestly, that doesn't taste too bad.
They're pretty good and dry. Everybody just says kind of earthy.
Stem and all.
Oh, the whole thing, yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the club.
This sounds like a bad idea.
Sounds like a very bad idea.
May God bless you and be with you on your
Oh
journey.
my god. Holistic medicines, here we go.
Okay, so I think we've been about 20 minutes in.
About 15, yeah.
About 15. So we're about 15 minutes in, and I started to feel things are kind of wavy and kind of disconnected. It's kind of like my brain works on multiple channels, and like I have to pick and choose what I'm concentrating on. I have driven balls. I have no clue where the fuck I am or even who I am.
He's about to experience the second part of the realization of letting go. And we're gonna get to the other side of it. I told you they'd come. It's gonna get nice and bright in about 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
And the reflection in the water is really cool too. So what do you think was the first trauma that you experienced which basically set up like a defense mechanism for you?
Man, yeah, my parents are just crazy. They're broken people.
Parents?
Yeah. Stewards. People who are like trying to oh, okay. Okay. Yep. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
What?
What are the chances he wanders off and tries to pet a wild bear?
That shit doesn't matter.
Probably like at least a
That really doesn't
72%.
matter. That was the dumbest shit. Oh, and it happened so long ago.
That's how Flaming Star goes.
Like, I've just been waiting
High off his rocker, petting
for
a
the
bear.
right time to just
Yo, this
drop
guy's
that shit.
got the fucking best gig in the world, though. He just gets people
When
high.
did you feel the need of this?
They give him money.
personality?
I'm a
Is that
professional
what- is
shaman.
that like
Eat this mushroom.
What you used as a coping mechanism to socialize with?
Oh, that's exactly what it is, right? Like, I didn't know what the hell. I didn't know how to communicate what I was dealing with or what I was going through, and I just.
Right. We put on these different faces in order to deal with situations in society.
You try to give people what the hell they want.
And then you felt like that was the need to make up Francis or other personalities?
Yeah.
Are you ready to let all that go?
Yeah, please, man. Oh my God. This is the first time I've ever felt happiness.
Wait, what?
Happiness.
So, he's not happy with his girlfriend?
I guess not.
It's all kind of bullshit. It's all bullshit. Just all the things I've been worried about.
Because you are the master of your own orchestra, man.
It's a game, right?
Just let him go. So it's up to you to choose.
Steven, can you get up? Hello?
I'm still not sure I'm like really here yet.
I don't know why, but that
I really
just
want
kind of grossed
breakfast.
me out.
That's change. Jesus. Oh, guys. Let's go.
It's just all bullshit. Like, none of this matters. None of it. It's all a construct. It's all a simulation. It's all a... It's a fucking video game.
No, he's going
You know,
down
you
that
die.
route,
I think
Brandon.
I died last night. Physically, my body was fine, but I think I went back into the void we come from, and I think I'm still in it. Except I'm also in this physical corporal body, but I'm also the incorporeal being that puppets it and controls it, and god damn it, I feel like I'm in control. I feel like I'm in control of myself for the first fucking time. The stuff that I normally worry about, worrying about my finances, worrying about my internet, worrying about what people think about me, it's also incredibly stupid.
Does he still do
I have
gaming
no
videos?
idea.
I haven't watched him in a while. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna enjoy making YouTube videos again. I think I'm going to enjoy live streaming again.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at your office again to the power.
When I make a video, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 people watch. That is still my dream job. Everybody falls off. That's part of the deal.
Every single month. He had tons and tons.
You start off as a nobody, and for a short period of time, you're a somebody, and then that star burns out like every star does. I was lucky enough to get hit by lightning. I was lucky enough to get to live my dream. I was lucky enough to get to enjoy all of that, play this game the way I wanted to play it.
Date all the LA 10s, Brandon. None of those Arkansas 8s. Fucking gross, disgusting Arkansas 8s.
We got an opportunity to shine really bright.
Where does he draw the line with that, though? Hey, he just lost another one. Christ, man, that was rough.
Almost perfect timing.
Yeah. Closing thoughts? I mean, I think I said everything I wanted to say during the actual
we
video.
spent several hours saying what we wanted to say. Closing thought is, man, all those LA 10s. I only look at LA 10s, not Arkansas 8s, if you know what I mean.
He's still broke, just like DSP. Yeah, but I actually kind of feel bad for Phil. I think he's on the spectrum a little bit. I don't think he understands the nuance of human conversation. But anyways, Rich, no, get off my screen, you big, bald, beautiful man, you. Quiet. Anyways, guys, that's going to conclude this episode. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more like this, please remember to hit that like button or sub to the channel.
Also,
we do
comment what other things you want us to react to.
That too. Yeah, we'll take some suggestions. But yeah, that's going to conclude this episode. Max, thanks for joining us. And thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace out, everybody. Have a good day.